Hey everybody, Travel Man Dan here, and man is this episode gonna be epic. Why am I walking down this lonely road? Well, I'm out here at the Great Wall of China. Yeah, we're gonna have an amazing time today, but I want to tell you first, I'm on this little desolate road here because we're going to a different part of the wall, a desolate area, a really different area that it takes hard knowledge to get to. How does that hard knowledge come in? Through a friend. A friend told me, listen, you drive out to this certain spot and you pay a lady and she lets you in a secret entrance. And that's exactly where we're going today. So all I did was I went ahead, I gave her $1 and then she told me to go up this road. So I'm gonna go check it out. Stay tuned on this episode because today is gonna be awesome. All right, so the lady on the side of the road that was selling parisiums told me head up this way to the Great Wall. Let's go check it out. All right, well, here we are. We made it to the top. It's only a short hike through this woods, but once you get to the top, you see you got one of these fortress area, little towers. So if you're looking to get here and you want to try it out, I'll go ahead, just leave me a comment below and I'll send you the exact directions how to get here. But now we're gonna hop on over and start exploring this Great Wall. We like to call it the Great Wall, but actually the Chinese call it Changcheng. And what it stands for is Long Wall or City Wall. It was first built to keep off invaders known as the Xiongnu, and then later the Mongolians. It was built to protect the people on the inside of China and to block invaders. And as you can see, you have these little towers at each part of the wall. They're about 500 yards apart, and that's where they would hold the barracks and the weapons and the arrows and all the people and different troops, and would stay up there, and they were basically the fort posts. But as you can see along this wall, you can see how it opens up here. So originally in battle, guys would hang over here and shoot their arrow or throw fire bombs down below. A lot of historians, well, I don't know if there's an argument, but well, they don't really know when and how long the Great Wall took to build. It's said to be about 2,000 years, but truthfully, a lot of historians say actually it was built about 500 years ago, from the time period of 1368 to 1644, which is characterized as the Ming Dynasty. You know, contrary to a lot of beliefs, people were never actually buried within the wall. That was a made-up thing by somebody during that time who wasn't in agreement with the emperor. So he made up all these fallacies and these basic stories to promote this wall as being a bad thing because he didn't want. The wall here is just a short segment of how magnificent and how long this road is. It's actually 3,700 miles, which is about 6,000 kilometers long, and stretches from east to west of China. And it is said to help, they wanted to build it to keep invaders from coming into China and to protect the Silk Road. We're gonna go ahead and explore this little area and just walk along this side of the wall. But keep in mind, this is a very, very small section of the wall. This thing is massive. And in all different parts, it gets higher and it gets so short that you can actually hop over it. And this area is pretty well kept. They work on it, you know, UNESCO World Heritage Site is into the preservation of the wall, and it keeps it in good standings and keeps it intact, so they were able to come out here and enjoy this Great Wall. Well, I ain't going anywhere on this sturdy sucker right here, but keep in mind, this also can be a very dangerous place. You see, this wall is going to stop me from going over the top here. But if you go over to the other side, oh baby, There's no edge here along the wall. So if you get a little too close, plunk. This is definitely not a place to drink. So be careful if you're up here on the Great Wall. That side is okay. This side, be extra careful. Let's keep moving. Man, what a beautiful image here. I can't believe how massive, how enormous, how unbelievably beautiful it is to just look at this wall. Now, I want to get something clear. It's been said that you can see the Great Wall from space, but actually in 2003, astronaut Liang Yiwei, a Chinese astronaut, was up near the moon, and he said couldn't see it. So, although a lot of people say you can see the Great Wall from space, it was actually proven that you can't. But still, there are still people out there that say, well, it depends on the conditions of the air, blah, 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 blah. I'll never know. But one thing I do know, right here in this barrack, I can see the wall right here, and it is absolutely stunning. All right, so one of the things you gotta be careful with is exiting these little watchtowers, because they're not done with, well, exact carpentry and mastery with wood and measurements. They're just a couple of rocks slapped together, and they all got kind of nooks and crannies and bumps and bangs along them. So you don't want to chip and break your teeth on it. So just take it slow. Just take it enjoyable. As you can see, it's quite steep. So depending on your level of fitness, or if you got, ooh, bad knees, and ooh, my back and my hips, just take it easy, you know, and enjoy yourself along the Great Wall, and just take in all this epic adventure of this man-made wonderful place. All right, so check this out. This is, I'm gonna show you the construction of this wall. And as you see, they have these giant rocks that are placed in here. They're a few centimeters from each other, and they were molded together with mud and sand. And even back 100 years ago, 200 years ago, I've heard stories that they were put together by glutinous rice. So a lot of raw materials were put into this wall to create it, but you can see the construction, and it's just giant rocks topped on top and topping on each other. And they were brought up here with using animals and blood, sweat, and tears, and each one was, well, it was just stacked on top of each other, and the result is this Great Wall. Holy friggin' shit, man! Did we luck out today? What beautiful, marvelous blue skies we have out here. And then this section of the wall, man, thank whoever's in heaven that granted us this, because there's nobody out here. And all these places along the wall, and there's certain places on the Great Wall where they're busier than a Las Vegas casino. So we really lucked out here. We're having a great day with the weather and having a very peaceful walk out here on the wall. Let's go. Well, remember I told you it's really dangerous? I fell over, so be careful, but I'm holding on tight. Travel Man Dan is hanging in there. Yeah. No, just kidding, guys. Well, parts of this wall go from anywhere from, well, 5 feet to a matter of 45 feet. So the wall is in all different shapes and sizes. Don't worry, Travel Man Dan didn't fall off, and I'm A-okay. But still, please be advised, be careful, know your surroundings, and have a blast. One of the things I really like about this section of the wall is, well, it's not really kept up well. And it kind of gives the mystique that's still left from its original form. As you can see, the rocks are a lot bigger, and they're in a lot more jagged form. If you go to some parts of the wall, it's like a smooth brick wall, and you can actually probably drive a car up there. This is kind of left in its original form, and the restoration is not as developed, and for me, I kind of like this feeling being out here. Another thing I really like is all these weeds and the vegetation that is starting to grow within the cracks of the rocks. That's kind of neat, and it kind of gives it this tumbleweed kind of epic look to it, that it's like, well, it's just that this is like a barren wasteland up here up on the Great Wall. Really kind of cool, and if you get a chance, make sure that you see the tourist area, the section of the Great Wall that is populated, because it is an epic sight to see. But one of the things is make sure you come out here to these little lesser known parts. All right, well, we've been walking around for about 2-3 hours now, and so now it's time to hit the heavy stuff. As you can see behind me, we got quite an upgrade coming up, an incline of, well, I don't know, at least another 2 hours walk uphill. So one of the things you got to make sure is that you're in average shape. I see a lot of people out here and they got walking sticks. That's a good idea. Definitely want to make sure that you have some type of water, and altogether, well, you can go at your own pace, and we're going to keep on going up, but there is parts of this wall that do require quite a bit of conditioning, like behind me. So we're going to keep on walking. Let's see how far we get along the ride. Let's see how far we get along this walk, enjoying this beautiful Great Wall. Well, you see, now I made it to one of these barracks, one of these command posts, and you can see how this thing is constructed. It looks like maybe every 4 or 5 one of these little towers, they were able to close in the windows and create a fire so that during the cold winter months out here on the wall, that they were able to keep this place warm, and soldiers would get rejuvenated and go back out to their post. Really kind of cool. And these are definitely the original bricks. Just an amazing piece of architecture. Well, that's going to do it for us today. I hope you had an amazing time watching this video. I hope you saw some wonderful things. I mean, the Great Wall. Forget about it. It's amazing. I hope you learned some interesting things. And most of all, I hope you got inspired to come here and check it out for yourself. If you like what I'm doing, go ahead and hit that sub button, ring the bell, leave me a comment, give me a like, let me know where you want to see me go next. I'd love to know. I'd love to check it out. So leave me a comment, let me know where you'd like to see. Remember, I'm Travel Man Dan. Remember, it's a big world out there. Make sure you see every bit of it.